I'm building Israel. I'm very proud of this. What I've got in Auschwitz by 15 years old, it passed already. My wish all the time, from 15 years up to now, up to 20, was only one: to build up Israel. We settled over there, there have been a lot of sick boys, and I suppose to help them to bring some food from the town Weimar. My special habit was that I was very strong, and I was trying to help for the kids, for the sick boys, to bring some food and to help him to be a little bit more healthy. After that, we have been transferred to a labor camp, in Marseille, in French. After a week, 2, the Rabbi Herschel Schechter, he asked the kids, where do you want to go? To Israel? You want to go to your homes in Romania and Hungary, or do you want to go back to Poland or to the United States? So all of the kids, they say, we want to go to Eretz Israel, to Israel. We have seen the kids. We have been staying on the boat, when we arrived to the
beach, to the port.
We arrived to the boats. We have seen, the people that are working over there, Arabs, all of them. But we stand on the boat and we start to sing, a song under the name of Anu banu arza livnot ulehibanot ba. Anu banu arza livnot ulehibanot. This was the first song that we learned on the boat from the people. They came with us together, Israeli people. They came to meet us in French, and we go with them up to Israel, and they teach us on the boat during the 2 weeks. This song, it was a very nice. All the kids,
You come to the land of Israel to build and be built. Beautiful.
I went to the Bonei Zion yeshiva in Bnei Brak, Rav Kahaneman. He also accepted me very warm, and he gave me a good room with with a bed like it necessary. And he said to the woman, from the kitchen, she said, Mina, we're going to accept now just kids boys from the Holocaust. I want you, for this boy Dov, to give him a good breakfast with a sandwich, with eggs. But you have to make him also a cup of choco. He haven't seen choco, for the last 5 years. So he accepted me very nice in the yeshiva in Bonei Zion, but still I was the first boy, over there. So I haven't got a chavrusa, with whom to study. And I want only to learn, because this was my wish, to start in Israel, to learn something. But I lost everything. I lost the family, I lost my education, everything. I was educated by my father and mom, as a Bobbe Vachuset. But and then my father benched me, to stay a Jew. When he left for me in the coal mines, when he was sick, he told me who benched me. He said, you will survive, you will go through this Gehenna, but I want to. For my heart, I wish you everything, but stay a Jew. So I want to stay a Jew. What my father told me, I knew what he means, that I should continue to be a boy like I've been studying with the parents in Jesko in my town. Okay, so after that I came back from the yeshiva to Jerusalem, from the Bonei Zion yeshiva in Jerusalem. They sent me Sanhedria. It was not enough for me. Then I've got, I've been turned back from Jerusalem to Mikveh Israel, to a big, nice school. agronome school, you know. Over there I meet already about 70 boys and girls in my age, also survivors from all other camps, and from also the group of the train of Kastner, you know. And so we have got together because it was very, very good for me that I want to meet other people and I want to study with more people like I've been educated at home. And I've been working over there and studying. The teachers, all of them, they treat me because I was very open with my minds, and I want to know what I want to know. I want only to study, even general
studies. General knowledge you wanted to have. General knowledge.
General knowledge, and also something from the yeshiva, what I lost because at home I was also studying in Cheder, but here I want to learn something from the yeshiva. So we have got a good teacher from the yeshiva, Rav Dov Landau from Yavne, and I was very happy to study with him up to 12 o'clock at night, even with a friend of me, Avram Karmi and Avram Hollander and Shalom Meislich. We have been so close to each other because we have been survivors, you know, from the Holocaust. Anyhow, it took a year, and I met also over there my friend Rafi. I didn't knew that, but he was in the other sector, you know, not in the sector of the religious sector. He was in the other sector, but we have been working together with Rafi. I got to know him. He was in my age, and this was my happiness. You know what I did over there. 2 years. After the 2 years, I was one of the people that we organized about 30 boys and girls to go for a Hakshara in Gush Etzion. So we went.
So hold on a second. So from Mikveh Yisrael, you arranged that you would go and settle the area of Gush Etzion.
No, we said that we want to build up a kibbutz in Israel under the name of Yaldei Buchenwald, Kibbutz Buchenwald. Okay, so boys and girls, we meet together and we decided that to go for the Hakshara, to build up a kibbutz, is only good in Gush Etzion, because we went over there once a year, you know, to help them in the kibbutz. It was very good for us that we are going to this place. It's a religious place, and we decided to go over there. So we went on the end of Rosh Hashanah, 1947. We together 30 boys and girls. We went over there to Gush.
So this is just before the 29th of November 1947, which is the UN declaration, of course, that will put Gush Etzion in problems. Gush Etzion, for those of us who don't know, is south of Jerusalem.
We knew how to bound everybody together, because it was our nations, you know, Hungarian people, Polish people, and we have got a Safa Mishutefet, a common language with the kibbutz, with the people of the kibbutz.
This was Kibbutz Kfar Etzion you were on, or this was Mosel Yitzchak?
Behind that, we have been visiting Kfar Etzion. We have been visiting Ein Tzurim and Revadim. It was not a religious kibbutz. And we have been working together with the members of the kibbutz Masrot Yitzchak in the hills to make the to prepare the earth, you know, for only any types of vegetables to grow over there. Anyhow, but from month to month, the troubles with the Arabs around Gush Etzion have been very worst, you know, and also the locations. תחבורה, איך אומרים?
The journey back and forward to Jerusalem and other places. Transportation around
The transportation from the Arabs from Hebron to Bethlehem have been very, very dangerous for Jerusalem. And you know, the officers that have been, they take care for the Gush Etzion, you know, was Moshe Yakubovich was in my kibbutz in Masrot, and Moshe was in Gush Etzion, and other what his name is, not all of them I remember still. Anyhow, we're supposed to go out from the kibbutz. We have been treated, arrested with the arms, you know. I've got an arm.
A gun.
איך אומרים, רובה, no?
You had a gun?
I've got a gun with
With bullets?
With bullets, with rimonim.
And grenades.
And we have been one of the people from the kibbutz, not from the kibbutz, he came from Jerusalem to teach us how to use the arms, you know. This was Danny Mas.
Danny Mas, the famous commander
Danny Mas,
who came on the 35.
One of the guys, he came especially to Gush Etzion to teach all the people from around the Gush Etzion, from the kibbutzim, to teach them how to use, you know, with the guns, with stands, with machine guns, with everything. One day, since January until the 14th of May, 1945, we're supposed to have a lot of troubles with the Arabs around. Until the last month, not only the Arabs from the farms around Gush Etzion, like Surif or Nachalim or Fajr, we have lying day and nights, you know, on the road of Hebron, on the road of the transportation from Hebron to Jerusalem, Bethlehem. We're supposed to איך אומרים להטריד את התנועה של הערבים.
You were meant to, if you want, prevent the amount of journey
Yes, to prevent the buses or the trucks of the Arabs to go behind the borders of Jerusalem, Bethlehem. And I know that Ramat Rachel was very dangerous because the Arabs, they were been trying to go into Ramat Rachel. This was the border between the Bethlehem, but they couldn't make it because I don't know, there have been a lot of troubles over there. And then one day came a Shayara, a convoy of Nabi Daniel and a Shabbat, and to change the people from Jerusalem to Gush Etzion and from Gush Etzion to Jerusalem. It was very hard, you know, because the Arabs, they make on the way back, they make stones on the highway, and they couldn't go back, you know, to Jerusalem in this time. It's supposed to take 3 hours, but it took more hours than. And the Arabs, they tried to put a lot of stones on the highway. So they've been fighting each together, fighting until the English army came to this place.
To clear away to separate between the Jews and the Arabs.
To separate this war between the Jewish army and the Arabs. Anyhow, have been shooting about 12, 14 people over there. So the whole group, they came back to Masrot Yitzhak, and I was supposed to take care for them in one of the buildings of the, was a Bet Margoad over there. And this guy, but I have been together with him studying in Mikveh Israel.
Rafi.
Rafi, he was also between those group of the 50 Palmachnikim. So we meet together already. He was trying to play every night, you know, on an accordion, all these songs from Palmach. I was trying to bring them the food in this building, and I've been watching. I've been going out every day, you know, to watch the gates around the Gush Etzion together with me. Anyhow, until one day, the Arabs from the Legion, from one of the hills, from an Arab farm over there behind the Kfar Etzion, they sent a totach,
a missile.
Huh?
A missile.
A missile on the place where he was also watching together with other 12 boys, you know, and he was killed over there. It was on the Kaf Vav Nisan, about 8 days before the whole Gush Etzion had been kept by the Jordan army, because the Jordan army he involved at Atzmam themselves to take us in the prison. They didn't want us to disturb, you know, the transport from Hebron to Jerusalem. So they have been trying to take all the people from Gush Etzion in a prison. Now, until this day, you know, we start to fight, and on the 14th of May 1945. 1948, the day when Ben Gurion he wrote out of the state of Israel, and Hayar, this day Gush Etzion fell in the hand of the Jordan army. So that during that time, the 5-6 months have been killed about 240 people, and the other part what has been left by alive, you know, have been about 350 people from all the kibbutzim, Masrot Yitzhak, and Kfar Etzion, and Ein Surim, and Revadim. The Jordan army, in this time was Yom Shishi, before Shabbos, we have been taken to the jail in Hebron. They couldn't take us to Jordan because Bethlehem was closed by the Jewish army from Ramat Rachel. Anyhow, we have been sitting in a very bad jail in Hebron for about a month. After this time, they found a place how to move this 300 people to over the borders of Jericho, and to bring us to the camp, prisoner camp in Jordan.
Can I ask you just to go back a second? Can you tell us anything about the battle that took place in Gush Etzion?
The battles?
Yeah, well, you fought in those battles?
Yeah, I've been all the time sent to the battles on the front of the highway from Hebron to Jerusalem, only to avoid the transportation of the Arabs, that they will not be able to go into Jerusalem.
And what did you feel? I mean, you're a boy that came from the Holocaust.
I was staying on the battles, you know, I was feeling very strong. My head was only in this problem, you know, how to avoid and how much more to send to shoot the Arabs. I was like a lion over there.
Were you thinking about your childhood in Brzesko ever?
What it was before, I was not thinking anymore what was behind me, because Holocaust 5 years was very bad for me. But here I am strong, you know, because I'm armed and I'm occupied, you know, with other kibbutzim. I was not worried for nothing.
And proud. You're proud.
I've been proud, you know, of this, that I can fight for Israel. This was my best wish, you know. how to fight, that Israel should be strong. Yes, I just believe, I believe that we will be able to treat it like it necessary, but in the same time we got to know that the Jordan army is supposed to treat us according to the Geneva,
the treaty.
Can offer, and they didn't touch us, with nothing, only to be able to move the people from this place to Jordan. So they found a place how to move us.
So how did you feel as a young boy going back into prison again?
I feel like all the other 350 people, the same, I was not worried too much, It was very dangerous, It was danger because one day they came, soldiers. They want to see how looks like a Jew boy, a Jew soldier, Jesh of Israel. They have been very interested to see who is fighting against the Jordan people, They want to see how it looks like, how is looking a Jesh of Israel, Israeli soldier. So I've been looking like this, you see.
Like this here. This was you.
Yeah, I've been looking like this boy, And then they came up to the jail. They're supposed to take down the arms with the munition from to look on all 350 people. One of the soldiers of the Jordan or the other, he took a rimon. How you say rimon?
A grenade.
A grenade. He want to throw into one room, from the people. But the guy, that he was over there, he took the rimon in his hand before it explodes, and he throw it away to the window to the other people that stay over there. You know what it was that he was so clever, the guy, he took this rimon before it explodes and he throw it away, to the window from the jail. And nothing happened, but they found, after 4 weeks, they found a place from the Brechot Shlomo, on the
Solomon's Pools.
Hebron, Brechot Shlomo. We went through, the Wadi. We went through the Wadi of Tekoa, Wadi Rodion, Wadi Kidron, until we came up 1 day and a half and a few hours at night, before midnight. We arrived, 45 kilometers. We went by foot. And we arrived to the highway from Kfar Adumim, Mishor Adumim. They've been saying, trucks, 10 trucks for the 350 people. And we moved to Jericho, and then to the Allenby Bridge, and they took us through the Irbit, Rabat Amon, and Zarka, over there until we got to El Jamal. We came to the camp at midnight. It was only
tents.
Okay, we found over there about 250 people. Where are you from? From the old city, Jerusalem. They've been taken, to the prison. But from Jerusalem, the old city, they could be moved, to the Wadi Jos, over there to Jordan, but not from Hebron, because Bethlehem was closed. And okay, we arrived over there. We've been already 500, 600 people. And then a week later, they brought in about other 36 employers from electrician institute over there in Machnaim. They took also about 36 people and another 11 people from Kibbutz Nan. Anyhow, together we have been over there in the prison 650 people. 650 people, and we're supposed to take care of ourselves for everything, by ourselves, because they didn't want to. They have not to be involved in the daily בסידורים היומיומיים.
They wanted you to take care of all the details of day-to-day living.
Yes, the Red Cross has been watching and coming every week to see that the Arabs, the Legion, he is taking care about this Geneva Institute.
The Geneva. Okay.
In Jordan, 10 months.
10 months.
Together with a month of in the jail of Hebron, 11 months together. We've been taken in May 1948, and we came back on end of March in Israel from the prison. We've been changed. But in the prison 10 months, what are you doing every day? I was studying English. I was trying to study Arabic, but I knew already Polish, I knew English, I knew Germany, I knew Hebrew, but over there I want to study to know English and Arabic. I did it. Okay, but not enough. And later I continue when I've been in El Al, because El Al accept me after the prison, when I came back.
So you were 10 months there, and then you were released because there was a deal between Israel and Jordan.
Deal between Israel and Jordan. 650 prisoners have been changed by 4,500 Arab prisoners in Israel. The Red Cross made the deal, and from day to day, not all of us have been survived in the same day. 100, 200, another 300. It took about a week, and I was in the last column. Even I went back to Israel together with the other, with the bus of, I don't know how much we have been on the bus, not a bus, a truck, from about 50 people approximately. We came to the Jerusalem borders, Sharei Mandelbaum Gate in Jerusalem. And the people from around this gate, they came with the sukariot, with the sweets, they throw on us. And we went into to a place, I don't know, it was, I think, in the Shurun Shul in Jerusalem. Ben Gurion came to meet us, and he said, "You are the heroes of Israel, because if not you, Chas v'Chalila, Jerusalem has been taken by the Jordan army, You watch the borders, of Jerusalem, the heroes of Gush Etzion." So this was from Ben Gurion. I have it written here in one of the books. Dov Landau, 155,000.
893.
893. This is the number what I've got, after I came back. And I've been not only a Haganah, I have been a soldier, Israeli soldier. Now I could be able to survive, from JRoots, but I didn't want to be free, I want to continue to fight for Israel. This number what I've got in Auschwitz, it was. It passed already, I was feeling very, very good, because I'm now fighting I'm building Israel. I'm very proud of this, What I've got in Auschwitz by 15 years old, it passed already. My wish all the time, from 15 years up to now, up to 20, was only one, to build up Israel. This was my wish. This was what I did. I didn't want to be survived. I didn't want to be free from the army. A lot of boys, they say, I want to be free from the army. I don't want to to go any more, to the army. I say no, I will continue, and I start to go. I have also Pinkes, Giyus. I have it here.
Your papers for enrollment.
Later, Later I will show it to you. This was my wish, and I went through until Yom Kippur War. Yom Kippur War, I was also in Tel Nov by the Air Force. I was over there in Tel Nov, but until this time, I went through the Milchemet Sheshet Hayamim, the Milchemet Yom Kippurim. I make a lot of Miluim also, made Miluim.